All right, good morning, everyone. My name is Natalie Johnson, and I am so glad to see you all this Saturday morning. Um, Excuse the mess behind me, and I just nursed my baby, so hopefully she'll be content for the next 30 minutes, but we may have a newborn joining us. I'm so glad to be back doing a little Saturday session with you, and today we are going to talk about posting and in particular product posting. So next week you're going to want to make sure that you tune in because Steph is going to be talking about business posting. So we really want to be posting about both of those things. If you feel like you're one of those people who's like, gosh, I have all these product users and no one who wants to do this business. Well, are you posting about the business? Because that's whatever we're posting about, whatever we're showing people is really who we're going to attract. And so I know a lot of us are here because of the products. We love these products. They've changed our lives or the lives of people around us. And we want to post about products. We also need to post about the business. So I'm glad that you're here to talk a little bit about how we can post about products more. And then next week, make sure you tune in for the business part. Okay, so today I'm going to take you through, this is quick. It's 30 minutes. There's no way for me to do an entire huge training on all of the things you need to know about posting in 30 minutes, but I want to try to give you some guidelines and some things to think about when you sit down to create content. I also want to encourage you, I've started printing up these little sheets, and it's just a week. It has Monday through Sunday and then a spot for notes. And I have started printing these for myself just off Canva. They were free. You can find them free online. But scheduling out my content that I want to put up on my social media at the beginning of the week and just jotting myself a note like, okay, I'm going to try to do a product thing this day. I'm going to try to do something about my family this day. I'm going to try to do, and for me, it's working. I'm trying to get back in the swing of things, but it's working so far. For me to just have a quick glance at my week that's not, and it leaves me space to write notes. So I'm not getting cluttered in my calendar of things that I want to think about, or if I've seen a funny reel that I want to recreate, I can put a little note in my little sheet here. So I might encourage you to do something like that when it comes to product content posting. The other thing I'm going to encourage you to do is create more than one post at a time, batch creation. And so we're going to talk about how to pull a little bit of information and then create like 3 different posts based on that information that you've pulled from the website. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. Reels are my favorite thing. So now that Reels exist, I'm like, this is the best, funnest posting thing ever. So we're going to talk about those in a little bit too. All right, I'm going to share my screen because I put together a very, very brief little thing to show you. Where is my share screen? Here it is. Okay, so the first thing that we are that I want you to think about is these 3 categories: head, hands, and heart. So what do I mean by head, hands, and heart? We are going to be targeting different people when it comes to the way that we post. There are those people who are super sciencey, your cognitive thinking friends, the one who want all the details. You may or may not be that person, but you have people in your audience that are head people. They want to know the information. You have people in your audience who are, I'm going to calling them the hands people, who are like, just tell me what it's going to do for me and get it in my hands. Like, I don't even like all the sciencey stuff, but like, what is it going to do for me? And like, why do I want it in my hands? And then you have the heart people. And those are the people that are going to be moved by emotion, moved by the stories that you tell, by the testimonies that they see and hear. So thinking about these 3 categories, we want to create content that is going to be in these 3 categories: for your head sciencey people, for your hands give it to me people, and for your I need to be moved emotionally people. So what I want you to realize is that every one of our products in the back office has all of the information that you need to create posts for all 3 of these categories. And you can see here I've put features and featured ingredients, benefits, and then overview. What on earth does that mean? Well, let me show you what that means. When we go to a product in our back office, let me pull up my back office. Where is it? One moment, please. I was working on something else. Now it's not up anymore. There we go. Okay, so when we go to our back office, and many of you probably know this, but I want to remind you, you go searching for a product. Let's say we're gonna make a post about our new greens product. When you click on that greens product and you scroll down, you're gonna see overview, you're gonna see benefits, you're gonna see features, and you're gonna see down here featured ingredients. So if you're thinking, man, I haven't even tried our greens yet, but I want to make a post about them. What on earth am I going to post about? You're going to go here. And for your people who want a lot of the headsy, sciencey information, you're going to stick to this features list and or the featured ingredients. You could make a post by pulling just these bold things right here and target some of those people who want to know details. You don't need to go searching through Facebook or Instagram to copy someone else's. You can literally come here and you can say, oh, we have fermented fruits and vegetables. We've got this ginger powder, and you can make a quick post for those people who want the details. Now, what about the people who are like, just give it to me. What's it going to do for me? Why should I try to take this? You're going to look at your benefits side. Here's another post for you right here. We're going to grab some of these bullets and I'm going to put them in a post. Hey, do you want something that's going to support your digestive function? Do you want something that's going to provide you amazing antioxidants? This is my handsy people are like, what's it going to do for me? Give it to me. And then your overview, which if you click on overview, it will take you back to the top. Your overview is right here. And this is going to tell you kind of what you can expect from the product. Now, if you don't have a personal testimony, it's really great to go find a testimony. We have Let's Get Healthy that you can pull testimonies from. But if you can't do that, if you're trying to figure out how to move someone emotionally, but you don't have a testimony you can pull from, we're going to look at this. We're going to look at the overview and we're going to say, okay, what is this supposed to be doing for me? This is a kid-friendly dietary supplement that you can mix up for your family. Okay, so what are these different things? They can help cleanse your digestive tract. They can increase the positive impact on your overall health. So I'm going to pull something from there and make it a little bit more emotional and say, hey, have you struggled with whatever digestive issues for the longest time? Do you wake up in pain? I'm going to try to target something that is a little bit more emotional. So every one of our products, you guys, has this for you. And I think we really overcomplicate our posting sometimes. We think it has to be something magical. We think it has to be the perfect verbiage. But you know what the perfect verbiage is you sharing in your personality with your thoughts. And if you're not really sure what to share, this is where you go. We have it for every product. And I think sometimes we feel like, well, I've never taken MetaBurn. How can I post about MetaBurn? I don't even know what to say about MetaBurn. Go to MetaBurn. Pull up the benefits, look at the features, grab something, think about those 3 categories, and post something for your sciencey people, post something for your handsy people, and post something for your heart people. And know that like you can do that from your own voice, and that's going to be exceptionally more powerful than you copy pasting someone else's work. Now, in Plexus world, we have this one Plexus culture that we all love, where it says, yes, take my post, make it your own, switch it up a little bit, share my graphic, I don't care. And I love that about our culture. I think that is very important. And I'm not saying to not utilize what other people have created, but I think we can very easily, and I know I'm speaking from experience, veer off the path of creating our own content that sounds like us, because we start copying everyone else's. And when you read someone's post that's not theirs, like you can tell, like that doesn't quite sound like them. How often does Natalie say y'all? Not very often. She copied that from someone. So I just want to encourage you that like those amazing posts that you're finding, a lot of times people are going here. They're pulling what Plexus has given us and they are using that to post. And we really want to utilize what Plexus is giving us, because then you're living in a world of compliance as well. Like these are things that Plexus puts on their website. They're things that we can confidently share without worrying, am I allowed to say that? Yes, it's on our website. You're allowed to say that. So I want to go back to my other little graphic here. Where did it go? Me and technology right now. Sorry, guys. Let's get it back. Okay. So can you guys see this one again? The little head, hands, heart. Hopefully someone can see it. I can't see your chat anymore. Yes, Kathy says, thank you. Okay, so the next thing I want you to think about when you are creating a post is we want something that's easy to read, we want emojis, and we want something that's engaging. And specifically, when you're looking at creating like something for your sciencey people, your head people, you want to keep it simple and focused on the details. Bullet points are amazing. Having something that someone can kind of scroll through and just read, amazing. So when you're thinking about posting, we don't want to copy everything that Plex has put in their benefits. We want to pare it down, take out words that are unnecessary, get it really focused so that it's easy to read. The second thing is I would encourage you to use emojis, not an excessive amount, but it can be really great. Like let's say you're talking about our new greens product. If you're going to go through and list some of the benefits of our greens product, using a little green leaf at the beginning of each one of those benefits can be great. So it catches someone's eye and they're reading through and they can tell that these are the bullets and here's a little green leaf. And I'm not going to cover my post with emojis, but a little green leaf or a little star or a little something to grab people's attention can be very, very helpful. And the third thing, especially for your heart-related people, is considering starting with a question and an engagement in some way. Asking if people are experiencing something or if they know anyone who's experiencing something, or if their child is having a hard time eating their fruits and vegetables, something that engages people potentially on an emotional level. And then the last little slide I have for you is the 3 different things that you're going to be focusing on. We're going to focus on posts. If you're in Instagram, you're going to be focusing on doing reels and then your stories. So let's talk about the difference of each of these. When we make a post, we really want to have a beautiful photo. A photo preferably of you, potentially with the product, maybe a beautiful photo of the product, or a photo of someone if you have a testimony, of course. If you've got a specific testimony, we want to put their picture. Sometimes you can put their picture second. Maybe you put a beautiful picture of you with the product and you make it a little carousel. So the second picture is the picture of that person who the testimony is from. If you're really trying to have your Instagram, look a specific way, you can throw that testimony picture in second. So when it comes to taking beautiful pictures, we've talked about that last month, I think it was. And I really want to encourage you at some point in time this week to find a well-lit window in your house that you can stand in front of, or go outside that 2 hours before the sun sets for beautiful lighting. Take all of the products that you have and do a little batch creation of your products. Find a great lighting and get a picture of you with your ProBio 5 and your pink drink and your Vital Biome, and change up your hair maybe real quick and throw on a sweater and like get yourself a bunch of pictures of you with your products. Now you're thinking, oh, I don't want to do that. I don't want a whole bunch of pictures of me with my product. Well, there's lots of creative ways you can do this. I love holding my products in front of me and taking a picture like from the top down so you can see like that it's me, my legs and my feet, and maybe I'm standing and you can see my kids next to me, or maybe I'm standing where you can see my workspace or something, but you can tell it's my hand and I'm holding the product and I'm taking a picture, and it doesn't have to have my face in it. So I would highly encourage you to get some of those pictures taken so that you've got them ready to go. And when you make a post, we want it to be edited, we want it to be bright and beautiful, and you've got your beautiful picture and you pull simply from the website some ideas. Now, when it comes to reels, you have a couple options here. You can take exactly what you've put in a post and you can take those bullet points of whatever it is that you decided to share and put them in a reel on the side, or you can put them in the caption. And now when it comes to reels, I don't know about you guys, but I won't show you because it's probably embarrassing. The number of reel audio clips I have saved is extensive. It's probably over 100, because every time I hear something that I think maybe could be fun to use in some context in my life somehow, I save it. And I purposely did a handful of reels this past week that have audio clips that you can also use for products. So I encourage you, I feel like I'd like to see you all, there you are. I encourage you to go, when you're watching reels, if you hear an audio clip that you even just kind of like, save it. There's a little option for saving it. It will go into your audio things and reels and you save it. Because I'll sit down now and I have our new greens product. And I'm like, all right, I want to make a few reels about our greens product. And I'm listening through with that vision of like, okay, greens. What am I going to say about these greens? And I don't know how many of you have heard that audio clip that says, let's see here. I've already made it. I just haven't posted it yet. That says this one.
I don't want to hear that. Because first of all, how do you know? How do you know that that's true?
Have you guys ever heard that one? I don't want to hear that.
Because first of all,
how do you know? How do you know that that's true? So this is an audio clip I've saved for a long time. I didn't know what I was going to use it for, but I decided I'm going to use it for our greens, and I'm holding the greens and it says, I don't want to hear that. And what I have above the top is all green drinks taste awful. And I'm saying, I don't want to hear that. Because how do you know? How do you know that that's true? And of my caption, I'm going to be putting about how good our greens taste. And apparently, if you think all greens drinks taste horrible, you haven't tried Plexus yet. So you can find, and you can go into my Instagram and pull some of the ones I've recently done, save the audios. I'm going to be posting that one later today. You can save that audio, but know that like you can get so creative and put words in or put them in the caption when it comes to our products. And that's one of the best ways to grow right now is to find a little audio clip from Reels and make it about Plexus or about your life. I'm gonna try to see, there was one other one that I just recently did that I was gonna share. Oh, this one just now I posted.
No, I don't think you understand. I'm upset.
Okay, so here's the audio for this one.
No, I don't think you understand. I'm obsessed.
So she says, no, I don't think you understand. I'm obsessed. I saved that months ago, not knowing why. But today I posted it with my probiotics. No, I don't think you understand. I'm obsessed. And I wrote in the comments why I'm obsessed with our probiotics. And you can take that for anything that you want, any product in Plexus that you're obsessed about, and recreate that. Because we're here. You're here literally obsessed with something that Plexus has. So grab it. And maybe your post is you sitting with all 15 of the Plexus products that you take and you're like, no, you don't understand. I'm obsessed with all of these, right? So anyways, there's so many options, but I really want you to think about grabbing that information from the website and like putting it in. You know, there's those songs where it's like has little things that people point to. Grab your benefits post and pop them in there and point to all the benefits of a product. It can be much simpler than you think. Yeah, it's time to step out of your comfort zone. Got any sense? It is hard. It is hard to step out of the comfort zone. Okay, so let me go back to this last little bit here. Okay, so then in your stories, I really want to encourage you in your stories. I like to think of stories as a great spot, one for testimonies, especially testimonies that might be a little non-compliant. We know we like to share the real stories that are happening for people. And if there's something that we know like, oh, Plexus doesn't like it when we say this, the stories are a really good place for you to put that because it's up briefly and you get to share, but it's not going to stay up there forever. But I also think of it as a behind the scenes when it comes to our product intake and our how we are using our products. So I really encourage you to think about leaning into your stories a little bit more in a behind the scenes kind of way. It's also a great place to actually share a decent amount of information because people who want it can sit and read through it, and people who don't can just click along. So what do I mean by behind the scenes? I'm going to share with you an example. I follow this woman. I met her because of country dancing. And she, every single morning, she takes some other product. It actually looks really gross because it's like in a big squeezy bottle and she squeezes this like goo. It looks like toothpaste into a spoon and then eats it. And anyways, I'm like, that does not look appealing to me at all. But every single morning, she gets on her Instagram and she talks while she takes her products. here I am. Good morning, guys. Oh, da 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 da. She takes her product. Tastes so good. And sometimes she gives a lot of information about what it is she's taking. Sometimes she doesn't really give very much information about what she's taking. But literally every day that she takes her products, she gets on and chats while she's taking this gooey, gross thing in a spoon every day. And I think, like, that might seem like, oh, this is so boring. But this, okay, tell me if any of you have experienced this. Your Instagram starts advertising something to you. This happened to me with whitening strips recently. I must have said something about wanting to whiten my teeth. And all of a sudden, my Instagram has whitening strip advertisements coming like hotcakes. Every 5 things on Instagram, in my Facebook, I'm seeing white strips, white strips, white strips. And I scroll past the darn white strips probably 15 to 20 times. And then finally, what did I do? I clicked on the white strip advertisement and I looked into it and how much do these cost and when could I get them here? And I bought a small package of white strips. Because it came across my Instagram so many times that I finally just decided I need to try those. And that is what we are doing when we consistently post, but especially when we consistently do it behind the scenes, whether you're pulled together or not, whether you're feeling like you're having a good day or not, getting on and saying, here I am mixing my pink drink again. Yes, everybody, again, every day, cheers, and taking a drink of it every single day. For some people who are following, it's just going to be like those darn white strips where eventually they're like, okay, she posted that she has a special. I've been watching her drink this thing for a month. I think I'm ready to try. And so I would highly encourage you to utilize your stories as you're behind the scenes. Show people what this is like in your daily life. Show them how simple your nighttime routine is with your Joyome and your one face wash and your one cream. Show them how simple it is to add in a probiotic before you go to bed. People think this is hard. It's not hard, right? We take our products, and I timed myself one day because someone told me they didn't have enough time to take supplements. So I timed myself, being a little snotty about it. And it was 4 minutes total of my day that it took me to like open my bottles and take my capsules, right? 4 minutes. And I wrote her back and said, you have 4 minutes. I promise you have 4 minutes. This could change your life. But if I'm showing someone every single day, good morning, guys. Well, took my vitamins. All right. Yay for a healthy day. Like, that can be really, really powerful. So behind the scenes is a great place to show your story and also give a good amount of information. All right, let's see here. What else did I want to tell you? We have 7 minutes. Okay, my other goal is to have us actually go and create a post together. So for those of you who are, this is the like info that I wanted to give you, but now I want to kind of walk us through making something together. So I'm going to stop the recording so that we can have a little more conversation for the next few minutes for those of you who maybe want to try to make a reel right now, or maybe would like to try to make a post. So thank you guys so much for jumping in. Join us next week for our business tips, but keep this in mind, your head people, your hand people, and your heart people, and try to target them. Thanks so much for being here. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording.